Two Humerus nurses would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we record the podcast, the Eora Nation. We pay our respects to the elders past and present and extend that respect to other Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders who are listening today. Always was, always will be.
Two Humorous Nurses with Kelly and Alisha.
The podcast of dreams of going viral, but without the rush.
Welcome to Two Humorous Nurses, where we plan to bring you funny, informal, conversational chat about all things nursing.
Today we have a very special guest. He's a well-known nurse on social media who brings us the horror stories of terrible hospital break rooms, staff fridges, nurses' week gifts of rocks and stale pizza, and of course the infamous scrub romper. He also has done a lot of work around advocating for gay men's rights to donate blood, which after a successful 2-year campaign convinced the FDA to end the lifetime ban on gay men donating blood.
Hello.
Nurse Blake, thank you so much for joining us.
Hi. As you were going over that intro, it is Scrub Romper Day. I dropped that
Is it?
video 5 years ago today.
Oh, happy anniversary.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much for having me on. I wish I was in Australia with you both.
Soon enough, you'll be here.
Kelly's been starstruck all morning. She's like, I can't believe we're talking to Blake. I'm so excited. And it feels a bit surreal because I've been watching your videos forever.
Yeah.
And when Kelly said, I'm going to try and get Nurse Blake, I'm like, whatever.
And it worked out. See, I was so
Yeah.
happy when you guys reached out.
Oh, it's so nice. Thank you so much. Our listeners are going to be so pumped to
Yeah.
have you. Because you are like our vibe. Like, this is like, we literally just take the piss. That's basically what we do. We love it. So you are more than just a meme-loving nurse comedian. Obviously, a champion of nurses. You just bring joy to everyone whose lives you touch. And you've got NurseCon at Sea, which has recently happened, and you've got a live comedy tour going on and a book and just so many things. So welcome. I think firstly, we'd love to know about your journey into nursing, if you could tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, for sure. So, I have been a nurse for 8 years now. It is crazy. It's gone by so fast, but I've really been in healthcare for over 12. I actually started out as a patient transporter in the hospital
Oh,
before I got accepted into nursing school, just, pushing patients down the hallway, which I thought was going to be an easy job, but it is hard.
It's hard.
It's like difficult, like pushing someone around in a wheelchair or in one of those heavy beds. I'm like, oh my gosh, like it was super difficult. So then I got a job in surgery where I would have to clean up all the rooms, all the blood and the bones from the spine surgeries, and get them sterilized for the next procedure. And then I graduated and became a nurse. But I really have always wanted to be a nurse. My dad has been a respiratory therapist for years, and I knew early on that I didn't want to deal with any like mucus or like sputum.
That's Kelly.
Nothing from the head.
Like nothing from there. And then right from high school, I started my prereqs for nursing, so it's been a pretty easy journey for me.
That sounds like a good way to get into it. Like just start at the
Yeah.
bottom and now you're up the top.
Yeah.
Telling them
No,
what to do.
it's definitely been a super easy transition. And I tell, people that want to get into nursing or that are in nursing school to, if you can get a job in the hospital, do it. Because
Yeah.
the hardest part about nursing is really just talking and connecting and being comfortable with patients.
Absolutely. So you've done quite a lot of work around the donation of blood in America. I know that changed a little while ago, but can you tell us a little bit more about the Band for Life campaign?
So if you didn't know, I'm a homosexual. I'm gay. Obviously, everyone knows that. I've been married. It's like not a surprise. When I was in nursing school, I was inspired to donate blood from one of my classmates who has sickle cell anemia, and I had never considered donating blood before, but I always knew that it was important. Whenever there's a mass casualty or natural disaster, there's like always an urgent call for blood donors. So back in 2013, I was halfway through my nursing school program. I went to go donate blood. I was excited and nervous because I don't like needles. Um, but I went in anyways because I was gonna do it. I was inspired, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, I was turned away.
Oh.
And the tech that was reviewing my questionnaire, you have to fill out like 53 questions. She's reviewing it. She's like, Blake, I'm sorry you can't donate blood. I'm like, why can't I donate blood? She's like, you're gay, which means you're banned for life.
Oh,
So I went through all these emotions. I was like embarrassed, I
Mm.
was surprised, I was shocked. And when I got home, I started doing research, and there wasn't an organization that was trying to get this policy put in place by the FDA that bans gay males from donating blood. There wasn't anyone trying to change it. So I decided to create a little Facebook page called Band for Life. And a little nursing student from Orlando, Florida decided to take on the FDA with my classmates. And
amazing.
we shook shit up and we
Yeah.
got them to end the lifetime ban.
That is incredible.
So how long has that been?
Oh my gosh. So the ban ended in 2015. The lifetime ban ended in 2015.
Yeah.
So I get that question a lot. I get like, oh, so how was it donating blood for the first time? Well, that's the thing. They still don't let gay and bisexual males donate blood unless they've been abstinent for a certain
Yeah.
amount of time. And I'm married.
Mm.
So that's not happening, if you know what I mean.
Give it a few years.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like my husband's very sexy. He's tall, 6'7". You know what that means. So so definitely not saying abstinent to be able to donate blood, but
Mm.
on a more serious note, like even after trying to get the FDA to end the lifetime ban, which they did in 2015, there's still been a lot of advocacy work trying to get them to lift all these other bans, these abstinent bans that they have put in place. And I believe Canada just lifted their ban like fully,
That's incredible.
which is
Mm.
us, which is awesome.
That's
And I'm
good.
saying Canada like you guys should know, but you're in Australia, so that's two different countries.
To be honest, we're
Two
about
different
100
countries.
years behind every other
Yeah.
Western country in the world.
Well, they lifted, I did a bit of research because I hadn't thought about it in Australia,
Mm.
and they last year changed it so that gay men could donate blood, but after a 12-month deferral period.
Yeah,
And I Googled what deferral period is, but I'm assuming that just means abstinence,
yeah,
which
you
is
can't have sex.
I
ridiculous.
suppose I can see a little bit of, I mean, this is devil's advocate in me. I think the whole like incubation period of some STIs and things like
Yeah, they're
and
trying to
bloodborne
reduce
viruses.
it down to
Yeah.
6 months. But
That
I
it's
mean,
still a
still,
lot.
you
I
can
think
But
the
Canada
test blood.
just
Canada just lifted it. So, our thing has always been, um, not looking at sexual orientation when it comes to deferral
Yeah,
periods, but
absolutely.
looking at other types of things
Yeah.
when it comes
Yeah.
to that. But yeah, that was my first step into the whole advocacy
Yeah, that's amazing. What a big step.
journey.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
just take
thank
it
you.
on. Yeah.
I can't believe, and what guts, like you seriously
Yeah.
to go, oh my god, this is huge. Like
Y'all,
how
I was
yeah.
nervous. Like
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, the FDA is gonna like arrest me and they're gonna like have
Kidnap
me
you.
abducted. And I remember like being in nursing school when I was doing Band for Life and getting a call from the FDA, the Blood Advisory Committee, that was like, "Are you Blake?" And I'm like, "Wait, I just shit my pants. Let me just really quick. Let me just wipe my ass really quick." And I'm like, "Yeah, I am Blake." And they're like, "Can you come present on why you think we should lift it?" And yeah, it was
Wow.
really cool. That's when I realized that, no matter what level you are in nursing, no matter how long you've been in nursing, even
Yeah,
nursing students, like you guys do have the power to create change.
Yeah, and
absolutely.
As long
advocate.
as you use your voice, and you have
Mm.
to know first that you have a voice and don't be afraid to use it. There were many times when I thought, I can't do this, I shouldn't do this, no one's going to listen to me, but I'm so happy that I did.
That is
Yeah.
amazing. Do you know, it's just a little side note. Whenever I do a dressing on somebody's toe, I cut the I cut the dressing into like this particular shape because I know it works every single time and I've like nailed it. It's a science. And I always say to my husband, "Oh, I've used my yet to be patented toe dressing today. And he's always like, why don't you contact somebody and tell them about your amazing toe dressing?
Do
Like,
it.
no one would ever listen to me.
Nah, maybe you
Yes,
should.
they
Maybe
would. Listen,
Now
you
I'm
would
like,
be a
Leah Nicole.
millionaire.
inspired now, Blake. I'm going to go and contact Johnson and
Do
Johnson.
it. You would be so rich and then get on Shark Tank. Do it.
Yeah.
Yes, with my little
Oh
toe
my
dress.
God. That would be awesome.
So just inspired.
So moving on from the very serious topic of like banned for life,
And toe dressings.
Yeah.
straight into
And toe dressings.
yeah.
Feet.
Podiatrists are the worst. Well, who
I
voluntarily
can't.
chooses to do that?
Feet, I cannot. I
They wanted to
cannot.
be doctors.
Oh my gosh. Listen, when my husband, he, like I said, he's 6'7", so his, like, I don't like feet, but his shoe is like a size 15, and it's like, it's like too much feet for me. I don't know a size 15. How does that correlate to an Australian foot size? Like
I
what
think they're
I
metric?
think they're
about
the
the
same.
same.
Yeah, I think we have
Okay.
we use
Males'
US.
shoes are the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's big.
cool.
We
Yeah, we
get
don't have
it's
that
big.
Big.
But obviously serious topic into what you sort of really do now, but the comedy side of it. The scrub romper was your first video to go viral, is that right? So 5 years ago today.
Yeah, that's
Tell us
crazy.
what made you turn the camera on
Yeah.
and do that video, because I watched it again the other
Yeah,
night
same.
and I just
Oh
I was like,
my
and you
God,
can
is it
see
still
how much
out
it's
there?
changed.
Yeah, of
Yes,
course.
it is.
God, is it still out there? That's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy to think 5 years. So at that time, I was, into my nursing journey. I was working in the ICU. I was doing liver transplants in Houston at the Texas Medical Center, which is actually one of the world's largest medical centers. Um, and I was like burnt out, like even before the pandemic, like I was just feeling imposter syndrome and I couldn't handle it. And that's when, after leaving one of my shifts, I had my very first panic attack.
Mm,
And I thought like I was a bad nurse. I thought I couldn't handle it. I thought maybe nursing's not for me. But I was also feeling alone, and I didn't feel a real sense of community within the nursing community outside of the people that I worked with, like my best friends. And so I just, as kind of like a coping mechanism, just wanted to create a silly video and put it online for my friends. And it turned out to get shared like around the world. And I realized once something's on the internet, like you can't take that shit down, like it's up there forever. And I guess nothing was going on in the world at the time because like all the news stations like picked it up and shared it. I remember my grandmother who lived in Florida called me like from her lazy boy drinking a Coors Light. Like, Blake, you're dancing on the news, the local news, dancing, showing your legs. I'm like, oh my God, grandma, go to bed. I was like, and don't forget to turn. I don't want you to get a pressure injury.
yeah.
And so what was really surprising to me is like a video I used as a sense of relief just for myself. Reading the comments, it helped, nursing students, it helped nurses that were just like, I was able to laugh my ass off, in
Yeah,
the middle of my shift or after an exam. And the community kind of grew and grew from there. And I decided to keep on making videos as a form of relief for me. It made me realize that I'm not alone, that, nurses all over the world, even though our practice may be different and our time zones are
yeah,
different, we all go through pretty much the same shit. Like we
absolutely.
all have to wipe it front to back.
Yeah.
And no matter where you're working in this world as a nurse, but that's what's pretty cool. So I realize I'm not alone and that kind of we're all in this together.
It's been very similar for us, actually. Like doing the podcast was just a way for us to let off
Mm.
steam. And it was during the pandemic, and we thought, oh, it'd be funny if some of our friends listened. And then it's just grown.
Look at you
Grown.
guys
And we
now.
have
I
people
know.
from all over the world listening to us, and people reaching out, just saying, like, we did an episode on mental health because Kelly and I both
Yep.
had our own issues, like yourself, and people just saying, oh, that helped me so much, and it's so nice to know that there's other people who've gone through the same thing as us, or, you know, oh, your podcast makes me laugh. And, you know, because nursing can be pretty depressing.
Yeah.
It
It's, yeah,
is. It
And
nice
we're
can
a
to
be
have,
for sure.
sick bunch of weirdos.
yeah.
I mean, we laugh about stuff we should not laugh about.
Yeah.
And so we
Oh,
just
we're
thought,
the worst.
yeah. So we thought we'd put it out there. And I love, like, your videos are so relatable. So relatable. Like, I can't, and I mean, you're American, and, you know, some things don't always translate between Australia and America. Like, we just don't, I think the sarcasm in Australia is not always recognized, but I honestly, your videos are just relatable to everybody.
I feel like we all look at them and go, which one am I?
Yeah. And then,
Good. I love that.
we always
Oh,
tag
that's
each other in
funny.
Yeah, and
it.
I was like, you're this one.
That's
But your new
so
nurses,
funny.
the one about new
Yeah.
nurses, oh my God. After we follow on our Instagram page a lot of student nurses and grad
Okay.
nurses, and like, honestly, they're all I could just imagine what they're like to work with. And like, and I just, that video, the way you said Casper's name the whole way through it, I have never laughed so hard about something. Like,
I was just with him in Houston, Texas. He is so awesome and amazing. I think, some of the people that we work with in nursing, become some of our best
mm,
friends and like lifelong friends because we go through so much together that other people can never understand or grasp.
yeah,
So true.
absolutely. What do you love the most about the content creating now? Because, yeah, as I said, your videos are accurate, relatable, just bring joy to every nurse.
Yeah.
They're they're all real, like they're all based on real experiences, whether I'm making fun of myself in some way, or coworkers I worked with, or nursing students I went to nursing school with. So I have a shit ton of content, like in my phone, like in my notes, like I have pages and pages of shit I can make. I never pressure myself into creating content. It's ever when I'm like in the mood and feeling the vibe. A lot of other content creators, they're under a lot of pressure to put out so
Mm,
many amounts of content, or I have to post every Wednesday or Thursday. I kind of just do my own thing, because at the end of the day, like, making the videos is a way for me to, get through difficult and challenging times, like I
You don't
said
want it to stop
earlier.
there.
And yeah, like, it's never, like you said, I never want to be work. I always want to be fun, organic, and natural. And I
yeah.
think my favorite part about making the content is hearing people's feedback from it. I post a video and it goes to a lot of people within a matter of minutes. So I love just
Yeah.
sitting there and reading all the comments. That's the
Yeah.
funnest part about putting videos out there.
And just what you share, like, the Nurses Day stuff, it sort of makes everyone feel that we're all in the same boat. We're all getting a rock or a,
Yeah, we all get treated like shit. We all get treated like shit.
I think it's less about
That's
nurses and more about executives, like
yeah.
trying to offload some of the guilt.
Oh, absolutely. They're like gaslighting us. It's like being in a bad relationship.
The most
Like,
toxic
really,
way.
it's so toxic. This shit is so toxic.
Please break
But
up.
yeah, no, you're right. We need to break up with them, but we keep on going back because they pay us. It's like being with
Yeah.
a sugar daddy.
Okay, so we want to know all about NurseCon and the app, and is that
Oh
something
my
that we
gosh.
can access and use?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So, in Australia, you guys need continuing education, right?
Yep, for sure.
Cool. Yeah. So it's been really important to me, even since I was in nursing school. I've always wanted to like shake up the nursing world in some sense. And there's a lot of nursing organizations out there, but they're like expensive to join, or CNEs you have to pay for. And so I wanted to develop kind of like a little organization where we could provide nurses with free continuing education. So if you're a nurse out there and you need continuing education credit, you could get that by going to NurseCon or downloading the free NurseCon app, and all your CNEs can be free.
That's
And
amazing.
we also developed the Ultimate Nursing Conference. I just got back from NurseCon
Mm.
at Sea,
I mean,
which
if
was
you're
out
going
of
to bring that
Miami
down under, we want
to the
in.
Yeah,
Bahamas.
I was like every single day checking those stories, being like, why don't we have this? Why can't?
Why?
You
Yeah,
Oh,
guys, it was crazy. Like I knew it was gonna be fun, but it was epic. Like it was the people that came on the ship made it so
Yeah.
amazing.
Amazing.
That's just like my content. Like it's nothing without people commenting.
Yeah.
Like the people that watch my videos and comment are the ones that have created the community. It's not me.
Yeah.
And for Nurse Con at Sea, I put together all the education, all the events, all the parties, but it's nothing without the people. And the people were just so amazing. And what's so cool is people came from all over the world, and we had nurses and nursing students of all different ages and backgrounds, and it was so cool to see a nursing student like party with an executive or a CNO
Yeah.
or a director. Like it didn't matter where you were, like there wasn't this need for competition, and everyone could just be free and be themselves. And that was
Yeah.
the only bad feedback we got, is that we didn't have enough drag queens on the ship,
Oh,
Never enough drag queens.
yes.
because we did drag brunch and over 2,000 people came and we only had 2 drag queens.
Oh,
So
yeah.
so
Next
next year
time.
we're bringing like 10.
Kelly and I are huge RuPaul's Drag
Yeah.
Race fans. Like we
Oh
talk
my
about it on the
gosh.
podcast all the time.
Me too. I love RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh my God,
He's
yeah, all stuff comes out.
honestly,
Yeah.
oh my
Yeah,
god,
game changer.
funny. You guys, so if we it is my plan to bring Nurse Conancy to Australia, but it is open to nurses around the world. So if you want to come to Miami and come with us out of Miami,
Oh
we're
yeah,
going to
we'll
be
go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sailing
we'll be
next
there
year,
tomorrow. Yeah.
Ooh.
2020. Oh my gosh! Record your podcast live on Nurse Con at Sea.
Yes! With
Oh
drag
my
queens.
You
gosh.
better start doing those
Did
extra shit.
I am cordially inviting you to record your podcast on Nurse Con at Sea. All you have to do is get to Miami. I will get you on
Oh,
the ship.
Oh my
we're
God, we're
there.
going.
Yeah.
Yay!
Send us
I'm
dates.
so
Yeah.
excited.
It'll
I
be
love that.
podcast.
Yay!
That is amazing. That's such a. We've been
we love
talking
you.
about doing a like a live podcast, but that's next level.
That is
Yeah.
Well,
that is
it's we're taking it to the next level.
Woo!
what are you drinking?
Yeah.
Diet
Oh.
Coke. I know it's so bad, but it's diet. But it's like addicting. I
Yeah.
never drink Coke and I've never drank diet, but I just started it like this week.
Yeah. Don't you
It's
all
fine.
drink like in America, like LaCroix or lacrosse? Or
LaCroix,
Yeah.
yeah, LaCroix. So I don't like bubbly water because it
Yeah.
makes me gassy.
Yeah. Well.
Like all I do is flatulate. Like on sparkling water. Like I can't
Not
handle it.
attractive.
No, it's really not.
From flatulence to children's books.
Oh
What a segue. Tell us about your book. I only just
my
realized this week that you've
gosh.
got a book coming out.
You all, I forget all this stuff.
It's
Like
too
when
much.
people say it, I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I have that going on too. Yeah, so the book is coming out. I've been working on this book for about 3 years. If you don't know, I worked at Disney
Oh,
in Orlando at the Magic
you
Kingdom.
seem
I was
so
actually,
shy to do
guess who
that.
I was? Guess who I
Oh,
was?
Aladdin.
Aladdin.
No. I was too tall for Aladdin, but I do
Oh,
get that. Oh, sorry, no, my gosh. Too tall? I'm a joke. I'm so short. I'm too short for Aladdin.
I'm trying to think of Disney movies with short people.
a dwarf.
A dwarf.
I was Peter Pan.
Oh, of course you were.
I was Peter
Yeah.
Pan. So one of the other characters I worked with at Disney, he went on to become a children's book author. So we are friends and we connected. I'm like, I want to write a children's book. And he's like, sure, let's do it. And when we were done writing the children's book, we were pitching it to a bunch of publishers, and like no one wanted it. Like
Oh.
all the big publishers are like, we don't want this book, we don't want this book, it's never going to sell. And we ended up getting Postal Press to publish it and Simon and Schuster to distribute it. And just in the pre-sale, it's hit bestseller on Amazon and bestseller on Barnes and Noble, and it's not even
Oh,
out yet.
That's
well
like your Pretty
done.
Woman moment. Like big
So
mistake.
now all the companies are like, we want to work with you on a book. So I'm so excited about it. I think you could buy it. Do you guys have Amazon?
Yeah, what's it called?
I want to be a nurse when I grow up.
Oh, of course it
No.
is. That is
Yeah, so
brilliant.
it's about this little nurse Blake who wants to be a nurse when he grows up, but he goes on the field trip to a hospital, but he meets like all these like the tired, cranky nurse, like he meets the nurse that just cleaned up Code Brown, and then like all his dreams get crushed. And then he's on a playground at recess one day, and one of his friends gets hurt. So he's like, "Oh my gosh, I need to help." So he goes in to help his friend, and he realizes that he does want to be a nurse. So
Oh,
the
Oh,
book,
that's so
lovely.
yeah,
cute.
the book highlights like it doesn't just like glamorize nursing. It definitely shows that nursing is a hard and challenging job, but it is rewarding at the end of the day. So I think that the book is going to be great for kids and parents and families. And I think what is so cool about the projects I get to work on is that I can have and do a comedy show for adults and say
Mm.
fuck
Yeah.
and shit, but also, have a children's book that parents are able to buy for their kids and connect with them around the nursing profession, which is really special to me.
Yeah, for sure. And we've both got a daughter, so we each
Each,
have a
not
daughter.
together.
We don't share one.
I was
And
like, oh, together, I love that.
and I don't. My daughter's 9, and there's no way she wants to be a nurse. No way in hell. But we're still hope for
We're
Ollie.
hopeful for my
So
daughter.
funny. Is a nurse pay good in Australia?
Oh
We get
nah.
paid well because we work, like, we live in the country. So the
Okay.
country nurses, well,
Well, we have lots of
there's less of us.
we have a very strong nursing union who fight really
Okay.
hard
Cool.
for us.
Yeah.
So we're
Oh,
not
you guys do.
terribly paid, but we're not.
Okay.
And depending on which state you're in, we're the worst paid in Australia
Yeah.
still.
Go
But
us.
Where
depending
are
on
you located in
we're in
Australia?
Victoria,
In Victoria,
like Melbourne, the
Which
same
is
state as Melbourne.
like down the bottom near Hobart. I mean near
which
Tasmania.
is opposite from Sydney.
Yeah, just down the road from Sydney,
Just
really.
about
Oh, just down the road.
8
8 hours
hours.
drive down.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay, cool. Awesome.
In Australia, just down the road's like not
I'll
that
draw
far.
you
Down
a
the
pic.
road. Got it. Thank you. Yeah, draw me a picture. It's a long flight, you guys. I really don't like
Oh,
flying over water, and I'm
yeah.
so nervous.
Do you have a stopover somewhere?
So we're doing Hawaii, Australia, and then I've just added, no one knows this yet, but the Philippines. I'm doing a show in
Oh
Manila.
my god, they will love you.
Yeah.
I am so excited. I'm so excited
And the
about
Philippines
that
is supposed to
show.
be
That's going to be
stunning.
amazing.
Just don't get kidnapped.
I can't wait. I'm so excited. No, kidnap me. I don't care. I love it. It's fine. It'll be fine.
Tell
No,
us
I'm so
about your
excited.
tour. What can we expect? Like, obviously, you're coming to Australia in December. You've had a huge 50 city tour in America, and
Yeah,
we can't wait for you to come. We're so excited,
yeah,
and
I'm
I know a lot of
excited.
my friends already got tickets to go. They're like, can't wait. They're gonna die when they hear us.
I'm so
Yeah.
excited. I'm going to Brisbane, Melbourne, and Sydney. I think Brisbane's like almost sold out, and Melbourne
Oh,
too. Sydney's got some seats left, so if you're in Sydney, make sure you come. And what I love about the show is people come in like big groups, like
yeah,
their whole units will come out, and then it's like, who's working at the hospital? Like, if y'all are here,
yeah.
who the fuck's taking care of the patients?
And lucky it's in December, so we can like plan our time off now.
Yeah.
Like book those days
It's
off.
perfect. Yeah, take your PTO. So my show, it's a one-man show. It's definitely a show. It's not so much stand-up comedy. So I do
Yeah.
skits and videos, and there's dancing
Oh,
and
I love
music and
that.
sound. And I just go through my journey from growing up until, going through the pandemic and the year of the nurse and blah, blah, blah. So it's definitely a story essentially, and we just get to laugh together and have fun together, and it's pretty crazy. So when I started touring, these theaters are like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so boring, like he's just a nurse that's just going to be talking. And then after my show, they were like, it was so loud in here, it's like a concert, because the nurses are so wild. Always one gets kicked out at every show because they're are like so loud, and it's just, it just gets crazy. But nurses deserve a night of fun. And I
Totally.
love when people make custom T-shirts. So I hope you guys like
Yeah.
come out in T-shirts and signs and groups and just blow the house down. So I'm
Cool.
super excited. I've always wanted to come to Australia, and the nursing community there is great. I know your union is strong. I've talked to your union before. They've shared my videos. They were like one of
Yeah.
the first to share all my videos. So I definitely have a lot of love for all the nurses down under.
Yeah.
We have all the love for you.
Yeah. Very
I
popular.
know. Do you guys like it when we say down under? Or is that not a
Yeah.
thing?
No,
fine.
Oh,
it's
you
what we
love it?
say. Yeah.
Better than saying
Okay.
Aussie.
Aussie.
Got
Yeah.
it.
Like we say
Awesome.
Aussie. 'cause-
Teach
Down
me some
under.
words. I need to know some words.
So if we say we're heading to an Arvo shift, do you know what that
Uh-huh.
means?
No.
Afternoon.
Afternoon.
Mm.
So we
Oh,
shorten
what's an
everything,
afternoon shift?
like a
1:30
PM
till
shift.
10. Yeah, PM shift.
Got it. So you guys do you do 12 hours?
Some places.
Yeah, but majority of
Okay.
places have like 3 shifts. So
3
morning,
8-hour
afternoon,
shifts.
A
and
AVO
tea.
shift. So if I'm doing a Evo shift,
So we literally shorten everything in Australia. So like my stepmom's
okay.
name is Helen, and I call her H.
What do you
because
call me?
we
Blake.
call you Nurse Blake
Nurse Blake.
because
Okay. I didn't know if you had some nickname to shorten it.
Merman.
I guess you could come up with one.
yeah, we'll have to work on that.
What about
I need
I'm so hungry I could eat the crutch out of a low-flying duck.
Oh, I've like literally never heard of that.
And if you come, you got to
oh.
watch out for the drop bears.
Oh, the what?
The drop bears.
And if you want a pie, you need some dead horse.
Yeah.
Okay, I hear the animals down there are pretty wild too. Like I better watch out for
Yeah.
my life.
Nah,
Oh no, you'll be fine. Yeah.
just don't
Okay.
swim anywhere. Don't walk anywhere.
Nah,
Pretty
we've got
much,
lots of good anti-venoms down here, so we're good to
Oh,
go.
do you guys see that a lot? Do you see that a
Does
lot? Snake
bite you.
bites?
Just
Yeah.
bring the snake with you when you come.
That happens? Like how much? How
Not
often?
that often.
Not that often, but I mean, it's like I would never imagine a gunshot coming in, but I would probably imagine a snake bite coming in.
Yeah.
You
we
all
get more snake
that's
bites than
Yeah.
gunshot wounds.
we get
like-
multiple, like it's wild.
Because I feel like the shows like ER and that and Grey's Anatomy, they don't reflect the whole world. Like there's so many, gunshots and things, but the rest of the world are getting real
Doesn't
boring shit
They're
like
getting
shark attacks
rattlesnake
and
bites.
snake bites. Yeah.
Well, shark attacks are pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, not cool. Like that would be shark attacks is not cool, but
Thanks so much for coming on. Like we've had the best chat and it's been so nice getting to know you, and I look forward to maybe meeting you when you come in December.
yeah, absolutely. And still, like, let me know if you want to record your podcast live on Nurse Con at Sea.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it.
Yeah, talk about it. Talk about it. And yeah, thank you so much for having me on. I can't wait to come down under and hang out with all the awesome nurses down there. So can't wait to see you guys.
You can get tickets for Nurse Blake's PTO comedy tour from Melbourne, Brisbane and Sydney. Available now at nurseblake.com. Don't wait.
Put your roster requests in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you have roster requests, so not PTO.
No, we call it annual leave or
we have
days off.
We have like
It's
we can
gonna be
request-
annually the Nurse Blake annual leave comedy tour.
Exactly.
Just for Australia.
Yeah.
You can follow Blake on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Nurse Blake, and his podcast, the Nurse Blake Podcast, wherever you get your podcasts.
And follow us on Instagram at 2humousnurses or email us at humousnurses@gmail.com. That's humorous like the bone, Humerus.
Bye.
Bye.